Hey Carol, hope you're doing well. Um, I know you and I talked just yesterday and Monday as well, so hope things are still going great, still going outside and doing gardening and that sort of thing. I'm glad you're actually able to do that. I know that was one of your goals, so it's kind of nice to see you're able to do that more with without as many issues. So this week's workout, it's going to be different than last week's, meaning I'm not putting you through another circuit. I know that you had given me some feedback saying that that was a pretty tough circuit overall, and that's kind of how I designed it. I wasn't necessarily expecting you to be able to do all 4 rounds of each exercise right off the bat. I really wanted you to focus on your form, getting comfortable with the exercises, and then building up that endurance. So use that workout template as just an extra exercise tool that you can do on your own whenever you feel like it if you want a little challenge. This week's workout, we're back to doing repetitions and for sets, except for your planks. I have you doing that for a certain amount of time. If you want to go and hold your planks longer, or you want to do extra reps or an extra set or two, by all means do that. I also have some new exercises that you and I have never done before. One of them is your challenge exercise, which I'll be interested to see if you're able to do it. I would like for you to try it. I've tried it and it's actually pretty neat. But I'm going to jump into your workout. So your first exercise, it's body weight sumo squats. So what you're going to want to do for your sumo squat, you're going to stand a little bit wider. So this would be your normal squatting stance. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. So your sumo, you're pretty much standing not as wide out as you can possibly go, but probably twice your normal, or pretty close to twice your normal squatting stance. My toes, they're not they're not pointed straight ahead when I'm doing this. I find that's pretty uncomfortable for me, so I bring my toes just out. I wouldn't say like go crazy with it, but they're straight. Just bring them out just a little bit. From here, all you're going to do, you're just going to squat. And you can use a chair if you want to. That's one reason this is here. You can squat down into the chair, touch it, come back up. Or if you want to go lower than that or don't want to go even that low, you just go down as low as you're able to. And then right back up. I keep my hands right here in the middle. You can keep them wherever. You can keep them down to your side or on your hips. Doesn't matter. What I wouldn't do is squat down and then use your arms to push yourself back up. That's a cheating way to do your squats, and you won't see as much benefit to that as well. So this is the movement here, and you're doing this for 3 sets, 15 repetitions each. And you're welcome to take your breaks whenever you need to. I know last week during your circuit, the goal was to take very few breaks. This isn't a circuit, so again, I'm going to post a screenshot of your workout so that way you can follow exactly what I have set up for you, just like I've done in the past. Your next exercise is your face pulls with the band. So I'm not sure if our colors, so this is a blue one. This is one of the toughest bands that I have. There's also these, by the way, which I never showed you. You've used these in the past, but they're really thin, stretchy, elastic little, I don't know what these are exactly called. A lot of physical therapists and stuff use these. But that's an option. There's the same colors, blue, yellow, red, green. I'm sure there's a black one. I'm not sure. You can probably pick those up at any sports store. but I'm off the top of my head, I'm not sure which one. But if you, like I said, the blue one's going to be pretty tough. So if you have a green one or a red one, that would be ideal probably for the amount of repetitions and sets that I have. But again, not all the colors are the same. So you just kind of have to play around with what you have and figure out. That's why I didn't list under the weight. You'll notice that it's blank. Typically I would put the color of the band, but I'm going to leave that up to you. So what you're going to do is you'll just make a loop and wrap it. Again, we've done this in the past. You're going to wrap it right around your doorknob. Or if you don't want it to go that low, you can just make a loop just like this. And I'm not going to put it on the doorknob. I'm just going to tuck it behind the door and close it. Make sure that's not going to fly open on me. And I would say probably run a little test to make sure it's not going to fly out and knock you out. So just, pull on it just a little bit, make sure it's not going to come out at you. From here, all you're going to do, you've done these in the past, it's not anything different than you and I've done before, and pull it towards you. So the objective for that exercise, it's really to engage those back muscles. So what you should kind of be thinking while you're performing each repetition is pinching those shoulder blades together. So in the past, what I've done with you is I've taken my hand and I put it right on your back, right in between your shoulder blades, and said, focus on pinching my fingers with your shoulder blades. So think about that. You don't necessarily have to have someone actually do it, but if you need someone to do that, your husband or whoever else you have around the house. But that should be kind of what you're thinking. Pinch those shoulder blades together. Slow, controlled. We're not doing any jerky, fast movements. We've gone over that before. You've been real great. So that's 3 sets, 15 repetitions. Take a break when you need to. Your next exercise is your elbow planks, which, again, you are a lot better at these than I am. So you're going to come back down. You can do this again, your different variations. You can do it staying in the push-up stance, come down on your elbows. You can go up and down with it just like this. Doesn't feel too great on a hard surface, so if you have carpet or something or a blanket, do it on that. You can also stay on your elbows and then touch one hip onto the floor at a time. My water's in the way, but those are just different variations. I have you doing 3 sets at 1 minute each. Again, if you want to go up in time, by all means do that. If you don't want to do 1 minute and you'd rather do 45 seconds or 30 seconds, that's fine too. This is just, it's more of a challenge, I guess you could say. So definitely challenge yourself and try to do everything that I have listed on here, repetition and set wise, as well as exercises. Your next one, your favorite, mountain climbers. So you're going to get back down in a push-up position. You're familiar with these for sure because I had these on your last workout. And so try not to keep that back rounded like this. Try to keep a flat back like you'd be holding a plank. And bring one leg up at a time. And you can go at this speed if you want to, or you can pick it up. That's typically, if I do that exercise, that's the pace that I usually go at. Really, the main thing you should be thinking about when you're doing that exercise is making sure that back is not overly rounded. If there's a slight round to it, that's fine. But a straight back's the best. Mine might have been rounded. I'm not perfect. So your next one is a standing bicep curl with the band. Again, use the band that is most comfortable for you, whatever color that's going to be. All I have at the moment is a blue one. So you're going to stand with one foot on it. You can stand with both. That's one thing you and I have definitely covered in the past. If you stand with both feet on it, it's going to add more resistance to both sides. So I'm standing on it with both feet. All I'm going to do is bring both arms up and right back down. Try not to bring it up and then like throw your back into it like this. That would be incorrect. That's going to hurt your back. The goal is not to try to get my palm to touch my shoulder. You're just going up as high as you're able to and really getting that squeeze in your arm. I typically stop where I'm making about a 90-degree angle with my arm or a little bit more, and then I go right back down. And you can do these alternating if you want to, which is this way. You can do them one side at a time. You can do it with one foot as well. You don't have to have both if you don't want to have as much resistance. And that's significantly easier. So those are different variations of that exercise. Again, 15 repetitions, 3 sets. Your next exercise is a new one. It's a standing bicycle. So in the past, I've had you do bicycle exercises on the floor. You're welcome to do that if you prefer it that way, which I'm going to show you that one real quick. So you remember your Russian twists? Keep those legs up, and instead of rotating to the side, all I want you to do is this. So this elbow is going to my opposite leg. Now, your next exercise, same exercise but a different version, which is the one that I have on your workout. It's a standing version of that. So, just like you were to do on the floor, keep your hands interlocked behind your head, and you're going to bring one leg up. Whatever leg you bring up, that opposite elbow is going to go towards that. So it's here, here, and I'm not flexible enough to get my elbow to touch my knee. If you want to touch your elbow to your knee and get that extra squeeze in your abs, by all means go for it. That one already got me out of breath, and I have you doing that for repetition. You're more than welcome to change that up and do it for time. Really, you can do that for any of these. You can change the repetitions to time and say, all right, I'm going to do every exercise 45 seconds, 3 times a piece. This is, again, not set in stone. You have the freedom to change it for sure. So your next exercise, need to make a little bit of room for this. Your next exercise is called a dolphin kick. So if you are familiar with dolphins, which I'm sure you are, you know when they're swimming, their tail goes like this, right? That's what you're going to do for this next exercise. So I hope that I'm zoomed out. Sorry, my bed's not made. Messy room a little bit. So all you're going to do is, my torso is the only thing that's going to be lying on the bed. Just like this. And you can keep your arms whatever is comfortable down to your side, up here, which is how I'm going to keep mine. I want you to do is bring those legs back and up. And I'm already cramping from that exercise. Wow. That one's your challenge exercise for a reason. That one's pretty tough. It gets me. It got me last time too. So, again, I hope that you find this workout a little more doable than your previous workout from last week. But like I said, keep that workout from last week and set yourself up a goal and say, I'm going to work my way up to completing this entire workout without stopping, or with very few breaks, I guess is a better way to say that, because I definitely want you to take a break. Don't try to do the whole thing without taking a little breather and getting some water and that sort of thing. So again, in your email, I'm going to put this same screenshot attached above this video. I'm going to send you a couple questions within the email as well that if you don't mind filling out for me like you've done in the past. And yeah, hope you have fun, Carol. Talk to you later.